Namaskar. Today's topic is Pharmacy Council of India under Pharmacy Act 1948. We all know drugs are poison. Benefit of drugs depend upon doses, and doses are decided by pharmacists. Pharmacists educate medical professionals regarding rational use of the drug. Pharmacists also guide patients regarding safe use of the drug. Pharmacists are the legal lord of drugs. They protect health of nation. And this Pharmacy Act, this Pharmacy Council of India is constituted to protect the interest of pharmacists. Main objective or main aim of the Pharmacy Act is to regulate the pharmacy profession in India. For this, we can divide the objects or aim of the Pharmacy Council of India into the two parts. Number one is to provide uniform education throughout India, and number two, to control over persons entering in the pharmacy profession. To provide uniform education, Pharmacy Act constitutes a body, a council that is called the Pharmacy Council of India. And to control over persons entering in the pharmacy profession, Pharmacy Act constitutes a state pharmacy council. Our today's topic is Pharmacy Council of India, and the objects or aim of the Pharmacy Council of India is to provide uniform education throughout India. It is only a pharmacy profession that has uniform education throughout India. Either you are studying in Haryana or Tamil Nadu or Assam or Gujarat or any other state, the syllabus curriculum from the diploma level to the degree level or to the postgraduate level will be similar. Universities or boards have no authority to change the curriculum of the pharmacy education, whether it is a diploma in pharmacy or degree in pharmacy or master degree in pharmacy. Regarding this Education Regulation Pharmacy Act 1948, Pharmacy Council of India, this Pharmacy Act was various times amended, or the main amendment was in the year 2014. In 2014 and 2015, it was decided that the curriculum of the degree or the postgraduate will be uniform throughout the India. It will not depend upon the university or upon the boards. It means quality of pharmacist or standard of the pharmacist throughout India will be uniform. They have uniform education, uniform standard, uniform knowledge, and in this way they can protect the health of the nation. This Pharmacy Council of India consists of various members, and these members comes from the another councils or another statutory body. These councils are All India Council of Technical Education, University Grant Commission, Medical Council of India. Apart from this, some members also come from the central government, state government, union territory, or some ex officio members. These members now will start the topic, that is the constitution and composition of the Pharmacy Council of India. Before starting this topic, constitution and composition of the Pharmacy Council of India, there are three key words. We should know these three key words, that is the statutory body, body corporate, and ex officio members. First is the statutory body. A statutory body is a non-constitutional body set up by the Parliament of India, and they have authority to frame or to make their own rules and regulations. Second word is the body corporate. Body corporate is also known as the corporate body or corporation. It is a legal organization and it has own rights to frame the rules and regulations. And third one is the ex officio members. Ex officio members means a person working at any designation, and that person will become automatically member of the council. That person is called, he is the ex officio members. Now, Pharmacy Council of India is a statutory body under Chapter 2 of the Pharmacy Act, and it consists of three types of members: elected members, nominated members, and ex officio members. First is the elected members. University Grant Commission elected 6 persons, Medical Council of India elected 1 person, and each state pharmacy council elected 1 person. 6 teachers from the universities, University Grant Commissions elected 6 teachers from the universities, and among these teachers at least 4 should have from the pharmacy profession or teacher of the pharmacy, and in this one should be a teacher of the pharmacy, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacognosy and pharmacology. Similarly, Medical Council of India also elected 1 member among themselves, means the member elected by the Medical Council of India will have membership of the Medical Council of India as well as membership of the Pharmacy Council of India. And next is the State Pharmacy Council. Each state pharmacy council elected 1 registered pharmacist, and he will be the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. Now, second category is the nominated members. Central government nominates 6 persons, each state government nominates 1 person, each union territory nominates 1 person, 1 representative from University Grant Commission and 1 representative from the AICTE. Central government nominates 6 persons. Among them, at least 4 should have degree or diploma in pharmacy. He should be a registered pharmacist and engaged in the pharmacy profession. Each state government nominated 1 registered pharmacist. Each union territory nominated 1 registered pharmacist and 1 representative from the University Grant Commission and 1 representative from the All India Council of Technical Education. Third category is the ex officio members. Director General of Health Services. Number 1, the person who is working as a Director General of Health Services will be member of the Pharmacy Council of India. Drug Controller of India. The person who is working as a Drug Controller of India will be member of the Pharmacy Council of India. And last one is the Director Central Drug Laboratory. Means the person who is working as a director at Central Drug Laboratory will be the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. In this way, these members constitute a council, and that council is called a Pharmacy Council of India. This Pharmacy Council of India is a body corporate that has succession, that has common seal, and they also acquire the movable and immovable property of the Pharmacy Council of India. This Pharmacy Council of India have 1 president and 1 vice president. This president and vice president is elected by the members of the Pharmacy Council of India. Means members of the Pharmacy Council of India amongst themselves elected 1 person as a president and 1 person as a vice president. The mode of the election will be decided by the council, and if there is any dispute regarding this election, then the decision of the central government will be final. This Pharmacy Council of India work under Health Department of India, Government of India, and Health Department decision, Government of India, Health Department decision will be final regarding the election of the President and Vice President. After the election of the President and Vice President, Pharmacy Council of India immediately constitute an executive body or executive committee. This executive body consists of President, Vice President, ex officio members and 5 other members of the Council. These 5 members are elected by the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. Means members of the Pharmacy Council of India elect a 5 person, that person will be member of the executive body or executive committee. Ex officio members, there are 3 ex officio members, and then those ex officio members will be also member of this executive body, President and Vice President. Total 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 means 5 plus 3, 8, 9. There are 9 members in the executive body. Pharmacy Council of India has power. It can constitute any other body, any other committee for any special purpose or for any specific purpose. Now we'll come to the point, that is the terms and conditions, and regarding the casual vacancies. We all know the members in the Pharmacy Council of India are either the nominated member or they are the elected members. These members are elected or nominated for the 5 years. Means the Pharmacy Council of India is constituted for the 5 years. And after the 5 years, the council will be dissolved and a new council or new Pharmacy Council will be constituted. Means every 5 years there will be the fresh nomination and the fresh election, and the members will be sent by the other bodies. They will be the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. Number 2nd point, if a person is a member of the Pharmacy Council of India, he is nominated or elected, he can resign at any time as per their will or their wish in the writing to the President of the Pharmacy Council of India. Next is if any member remain absent from the 3 consecutive meetings, from the 3 regular meetings without any information, without any sufficient reason, in that condition his membership will be seized and he has to vacate his seat from the Pharmacy Council of India. If a person is coming from any council like Medical Council of India or UGC or All India Council of Technical Education or State Pharmacy Council, and their membership in their original council is cancelled or seized, automatically their membership in the Pharmacy Council of India will also be seized or will also be cancelled. And in this way, casual vacancies may generate in the Pharmacy Council of India. These casual vacancies will be filled by the fresh nomination and the fresh election. These nominated or elected member will hold office for the residual period. Means suppose a person is vacating his post after the 3 years, fresh nominated or fresh elected member will hold the office only for the 2 years, means only for the residual periods. Now we will come to the staff remuneration and allowances. We all know Pharmacy Council of India has members nominated and elected. Apart from these, Pharmacy Council of India may have other committee and that has also members. Apart from this, Pharmacy Council of India has a registrar, and that registrar also acts as a secretary of the council or the treasurer of the council. Pharmacy Council of India has 1 president and 1 vice president and several other staff and servants as per the requirement. Pharmacy Council of India has authority to fix the remuneration for these persons who are either the staff of the Pharmacy Council of India or they are the member of the Pharmacy Council of India. And this remuneration is fixed by the Pharmacy Council of India in consultation with the government or in consultation with the parliament. In this way, these are the members of the Pharmacy Council of India, and these members these are the constitution and composition of the Pharmacy Council of India. At last, these members are here to protect our future, means to protect the future of pharmacists. And we should be glad, or we should be happy that we are protecting the health of the nation, and these people are protecting our interest in the society, in the job or in the profession. Thank you very much for viewing this video. In the next video, we will study about how these members protect our interest, how these members maintain a standard of the pharmacy education in India. Thank you very much for viewing this video.